Good morning, everyone. This is Shauna, your tax goddess. I got a really interesting question from our Facts Pick Shauna's Brain question channel. Why does my bookkeeper keep saying that I must reconcile my books? What are reconciled books and why do I care? I mean, QuickBooks downloads all of the transactions into my QuickBooks file. Why do they have to be reconciled? I mean, the QuickBooks is downloading everything from the bank, right? So that's the topic we're covering today. Why do you have to reconcile? Why is reconciliation big? And why you should never, ever trust your bank downloads. So my name is Shauna, and we're commonly known as the tax goddess. And my job in the world is to reduce taxes for business owners and entrepreneurs taking home at least $300,000 a year. Now, reconciled books, reconciled bank accounts, what is this? So let's start with the basics. Every day or every hour or whatever it is in your business, you are running transactions. You might be downloading deposits, right? You might be receiving income. You might be spending money in one way or another on a credit card, on a debit card, through a line of credit, whatever that is, okay? All of that information, QuickBooks, which is about 80% of what medium businesses are using to do their books, the QuickBooks program will download the transactions from your bank account, from your credit card, from your line of credit, and they're going to put them into QuickBooks. Now, for a lot of business owners, this is where they think accounting stops. QuickBooks is an AI. It can absolutely do this, and it'll classify and reconcile my books to make sure that the information that I provide to my bookkeeper or to my CPA at the end of the year to prepare taxes is correct, right? No. So there's one major flaw with the downloading of transactions. We have seen actually two major flaws. One of them, not all transactions get downloaded. The other one, we have seen multiple times that transactions will get downloaded twice. Meaning in your set of books, let's say you went to Office Max or Amazon to buy some office supplies and you ran that transaction, we've seen where the transaction doesn't show up at all, meaning you don't get to show the expense for your tax return because it never shows up, or it gets downloaded twice, which means you're double reporting. Now, can you guess which one the IRS is more mad about? Do they care if you miss a deduction? No, but you do. Do they care if you double dip on a deduction? Absolutely. The IRS gets just a little teensy bit mad about double dipping on expenses, right? So the process of reconciliation is where your bookkeeper or whoever's handling your actual bookkeeping compares your bank statement, credit card statement, line of credit statement against the items that were downloaded into your QuickBooks file, okay? So super important to make sure that you don't double dip and you get every expense that you're supposed to get, okay? So doing a proper reconciliation, and I'll explain what I mean by proper here in a second, doing a proper reconciliation will ensure that you're not missing anything or double dipping anything. Now, what is a proper reconciliation, okay? So let's say you have 5 transactions this month, okay? And the bank only downloads 4 of them. A reconciliation will catch number 5, okay? So your bookkeeper is going to input by hand number 5 into the system to have all 5. A proper reconciliation will then take these 5 transactions and take your bank statement and compare these line by line. So number 1 matches, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them match perfectly. And there is a function inside QuickBooks called reconcile, okay? Accountants reconcile, reconciliation. The term has kind of changed a little bit depending on the context of the sentence, but basically the base of the word is to reconcile, to match this against, your bank statement against the transactions in your accounting file, okay? Now, this isn't only QuickBooks. This is Xero, this is Wave, this is any kind of accounting program. The reconciliation method, the item that is known as reconciliation, is an accounting term all the way back from when the monks created accounting to track their beer, okay? So this is really old. It's been around forever. Now, what is proper reconciliation? If these 5 transactions add up to $100 coming from your bank, and the bank statement says they add up to $100, a proper reconciliation would say your bank account started with 0, you earned, in this case, you earned $100, so my ending reconciled balance should be $100, okay? We have seen cases where bookkeepers are off by pennies, 2 pennies here or 5 pennies here. Maybe they're off by some dollars. We've even seen a case of someone inputting what's called a reconciliation adjustment for over $26,000. Now, what's a reconciliation adjustment? That's where the bank statement and the transaction in QuickBooks or whichever accounting software you're using don't match. Okay, now $26,000 is pretty obvious there's a problem there, okay? Your bookkeeper or whoever's doing the books needs to spend time to find $26,000. Like, why are you off? That's huge, right? You can't just do a reconciliation adjustment for $26,000. The IRS is not going to be happy about a $26,000 adjustment, okay? Now, you might be thinking, well, Shauna, a couple pennies, right? Do I really need to send? I mean, it's just a couple of pennies, right? There's another problem here. There's a hidden silent killer in the background on reconciliation adjustments. If your reconciliation adjustment is off by a couple of pennies, the problem here is it off $10,000 positive income and $9,999.98 of expenses? So a couple of pennies can actually indicate a much larger problem unless you know why the couple of pennies is missing. So for example, if you're doing a cash reconciliation, cash is one of the harder ones to reconcile, and your customer service rep at the front of your store gave a couple of pennies to this kid so that they could buy, a 25-cent piece of candy, and they did that out of the goodness of their heart, but they did that out of the register. That is where your 25 cents is, okay? But you need to know that as a business owner. One, you may or may not like giving that free piece of candy that's 25 of your cents, right? Is that something you want to do or not? And two, if your stock person at the front of the desk is taking 25 cents, what else are they taking that you don't know about, okay? So reconciliation is extremely important, and you want to make sure that when you reconcile, you actually get down to the penny, okay? Now, I know this is the least exciting of all things as a business owner, all right? But I personally have participated in multiple forensic audits, which means we are deep diving into something that looks really weird, okay? And sometimes that can be a part of a court case. Sometimes that can be a part of an IRS audit, okay? And of course, you guys never, ever really want to get into an IRS audit. That's why you use a tax strategist and her team, just like us here at Tax Goddess. But when you're doing a forensic audit, they will literally get down to the penny, okay? So help yourself. You want to be able to have good financial statements. You want to be able to know what's going on in your business. And you want to make sure that your information is good, right? That it's error-free. With these things, you can make better financial decisions about what is going on in your business, how you should be running your business, and do you want to give away that free piece of candy? Okay. So if anyone has any questions, of course, you can always ask us a technical question. I'd be more than happy to cover it here in our YouTube channel. Or if you're looking for tax strategy, if you are not getting the kind of support, if your bookkeeper and your CPA are saying, oh, a reconciliation of a few pennies is fine, run away, okay? No, it's not fine. If you're gonna do it right. And Tax Goddess would love to help you with that. So feel free to reach out to the team and I, not only for tax strategy, of course. We still have to update this number. I got to talk to marketing about that. But we're going to update this number. We're almost over 900 million at this point in tax savings for our clients. And we also are a full service CPA firm. So bookkeeping, taxes, payroll, IRS notices, any of the things that you get, quarterly estimates. I came to find out the other day that most CPAs don't automatically do quarterly estimates for their clients. I was heartbroken. We automatically do that for our clients. So if you have any questions, if you're looking for a new team, our team would love to help you. Reach out to us, taxgoddess.com, and let us know what questions you have. We are here to help. So y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.